Hey, this is a video of me disassembling the Lego Barracuda Bay. It's a big set and it's got a lot of parts. I'm also working, so I'll probably be getting up from time to time. To be fair, I'm almost done with the process. As you can probably see, this whole thing is the Pirates of the Barracuda set. So there was a lot of disassembly in it. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to build it anew once more. This time I'm probably gonna have a friend help me. Not that I need help, it's just more fun when you add friends to playing with Lego. Some of these parts spend some time on display, like actually the whole set spent some time on display, so it's kind of dusty, and that's why I'm gonna be dusting some of them from time to time to make sure they're as clean as possible. Of course, it's not possible to make them entirely clean, but I'll do what I can now, and then some other time maybe I'll give it a proper bath. It's not that dirty, it doesn't really need a whole bath, but still. I'm gonna leave the minifigs out. There's basically no need to disassemble those. Some other stuff I added, not part of the set. This guy over here and this little raft were literally my first Lego set ever, so I have a very strong sentimental attachments to them. Really love them. They look like crap now, to be honest, because I wouldn't say I'm not good at keeping my Legos safe, but I'm not a collector. Like, maybe I am kind of a collector now, but I wasn't a collector back then, and all my Lego was bought to be played with. And it was played with a lot. So here's these guys who are doing some kind of Tri-Magical tournament thing. I don't know why I made them do that, but it looked like a decent idea at the time. The brick separator is a really cool thing that when I was a kid I used to only see these in like the catalogs and stuff, because back then I didn't really get any of the really big Legos because they were pretty expensive and we probably couldn't afford them. So I never had one. I never had a brick separator when I was a kid. And I always thought they were like for losers, because if you can't separate your bricks by hand, you don't deserve them, basically. But turns out that the brick separator is really fucking cool, and it's very good for your parts, because I'm really good at separating Lego. I don't have a problem like with the process, but the thing is that whatever you do, you kind of stress the bricks, and that's not really great. We don't want to stress the bricks more than is absolutely necessary. That's basically why I have a ton of broken bricks in my normal Lego. Really like these parts. The candles. They're a really smart idea. Well done, Lego group. This build, by the way, is fucking amazing. It's totally worth every single penny. I knew I really wanted it from the moment they announced it, like from even before they announced it, like I voted for it in the Lego Ideas page, and ever since then I was hoping that it would become a real set so I could buy it, because honestly buying parts from Bricklink is really cool, but I'm not there yet. I need to get, this is weird, but I need to get my Lego collecting stuff organized, and so far I haven't been able to do that because I'm not really organized. And when I saw someone was making this, I was like, that's fucking awesome, because it's basically a mock that someone did that you can build without having to part it out and buy different parts one by one. So that makes it really useful, really good. And besides, it's a great build. Like, the original was good, but I think the Lego group really did their magic on it. I really enjoyed building it the first time, and like I literally couldn't stop when I started. And I'm pretty sure the same is gonna happen the second time I build it. These are the parts you need your brick separator for. It saves your parts and it saves your nails. Unimaginably useful tool. The first time when I built it, I followed the instructions. I was a good boy, and I built the set according to the bags and stuff. So I only opened the bags I had to build now. Give me a second. Gotta stay hydrated. So I think I was talking about how cool the build is and how good the job the Lego people did. There's a ton of details in the build that are quite ingenious and really fun to play with, really fun to build. And I'm hoping to actually make maybe a time-lapse video of building it. I know there's hundreds of those floating around the internet, but still, I kind of want to have mine too. I have a map. I like maps. I actually really like Lego maps. For some reason, I actually know the reason, to be honest. When I was a kid, I never had any big pirate sets. I only had the small ones. And in the small ones, there usually wasn't a map. So the map was this cool thing that I never got access to till now. And that's why it has like special value to me. Some really cool building techniques and some really cool parts used in the build. There's a lot of parts, like I've played a lot with Lego. I have quite a bit of Lego, though it's mostly small sets, as I said. But I've been like interested in Lego for as long as I can remember, basically my whole life, since 91, 90, something like that. And I've kind of kept track of stuff even though I haven't had personal access to a lot of the parts. But still, there's a lot of cool parts here that I've never seen, or I've never seen used in this way that they're using the set, and that's really cool. That's really cool. This is the ornament on the front of the ship. So basically I'm putting everything in this tub because I want to see how much of it takes. It's a really big boy. Yeah, I started to say this, but I guess I forgot at some point. When I built it the first time, I followed the instructions and I built it as it's shown, bag by bag, and that I think makes the build a lot easier. So this time it's gonna be built from the tub. It's gonna be hardcore basically. Should be fun. It's probably gonna take a lot longer than it did the other way. First time I built it, it took me 2 days, roughly 8 hours each, without like pushing myself or anything. So it was a long build. I have no idea what I was talking about. A cool thing they have is these things, which are basically mini chests, and they're pretty cool. They also have a baguette, because you can't have memes without a baguette, I guess. Gotta say the new parrots suck. This is the parrot they have in this, and I think there's 2 of them, and they suck compared to the old one, which was amazing. I'm actually gonna show it if I just remember where I put it. Yep, I'm gonna show it now. This is all my minifigures waiting to, not all my minifigures, my unsorted minifigures waiting to be sorted. So, where did I throw the new one? Look at these guys. The red one is the old one. And it looks so much better. It's actually fucking amazing. And the new one is just kinda sloppy. I don't dig it. I'm gonna have to sort those later. Maybe I'll make a video of that too, but we'll see about that. I really like the big flags. I think they're a bit different from the old ones, but I never had any of the old ones, so I'll take what I can get, you know. I would really love to start buying some of the old Lego pirate sets, but I don't know when and if that's gonna be possible, because they're really pricey. I'm sure they're worth it, but like the ones I want, the original Barracuda and the Skyway Schooner, they're like $500 each. I think I think the Schooner is actually more, and that's too much for my budget right now. I may have to sell a kidney or something to buy those. Maybe I can go for some of the smaller sets, but we'll see about that. I There's one that I like. They used to have it in the shop, in the Lego shop I used to buy from. Well, to be honest, I didn't buy that much. I just went there to look at Lego because I couldn't really afford buying any. And they had like I think it's called the Island Rock Refuge or something like that. And I really want to get that. I also want to get the El Dorado set, but that one's pretty pricey too. I'm actually thinking about parting that one out because I don't really care about having the original parts the way they were in '91. I'm okay with substitutes. I just want things to be the way they should be. Like, I want the set to be full. And I'm probably gonna part that out, but even just the raised base plate, it's $50. The cheapest one you can find that's of actual decent quality. $50, man. So we're almost there. Just this final part. This is a beautiful build. I know I've said it, but this is the back of the ship. I don't know what it's called in English. It's basically what the pirate's cabin faces, and it looks really gorgeous. I dig these windows. They're like classic Lego pirate windows, I think. Can hear brick separator. Really useful tool, the brick separator. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can take parts such as this, small plates that you can't reach with your nails, and it's gone. Or when you have these parts here, like this one, you can just kind of jam it under it, and it's ready. I didn't show it well because I didn't want to shoot the part somewhere where I can't find it, but it works really well. Really did a good job with it. I don't know if the old ones were as good, but these new ones are perfect. So far there's only been one part I've had a problem with. in how to actually deal with deconstructing it, and I'm going to show you in a second. I think it's kind of a weird part anyway, so it's not really the brick separator's fault. Oops, shot that one. I got excited and I started dropping stuff, I guess. So that's it. The Pirates of Barracuda Bay set has been disassembled. And the part I wanted to talk about was... wait, I'll find it. Okay, can you see this? It's this part here. When you put one of those blue Technic pins that have just a dot on them, this kind. You probably can't see this one well. I'm actually gonna find the part. This is it. This is the part. It's like a Technic pin with just a stud, and you put it in here, and you put one on the other side, and there's like, it's obviously not no way to take them out, but it's really hard. So that's so far the only part that I've had no luck using the brick separator on. Anyway, this video was kind of all over the place, so it's time to end it. I'm gonna end it with two fucking amazing pirate flags.